matter how they try to clean up their slate, they still have my son's blood on their hands.
4 years after her son's death, Elijah-McClain's mother is not satisfied. In the moments after the judge announced the split verdict for 2 of the Aurora police officers charged with the young man's killing, Shanine McClain spoke only to 9 News, telling us today's decision is not enough.
After a full 2 days of deliberations, a jury found suspended Aurora police officer Randy Rodema guilty of criminally negligent homicide and third-degree assault. The jury acquitted former officer Jason Rosenblatt of all charges. Tonight, our crews are breaking down the latest from the courtroom, the response from protest organizers who kept McClain's death in the spotlight, and the statewide impact of this case.
But first, let's bring in our Alexandra Lewis, who has covered this trial from start to finish. And in the moments right after the verdict, you spoke to Elijah's mom.
Yeah, it's been a very long journey to get to this point, and the truth is, it's not done yet. You know, when you look at Shanine's role in this case from the beginning, she's more than just the victim's mother. If it wasn't for Shanine's relentless pursuit of justice, engaging protesters in 2020 to say her son's name, along with George Floyd's, today's conviction may have never happened. After pushing for justice and waiting for it for 4 years, she views today's split verdict as anything but.
82, we the jury find that defendant Randy Rodema guilty of criminally negligent homicide.
It's not justice.
We the jury find the defendant Randy Rodema guilty of assault in the 3rd degree.
This is not justice. This is a misuse of taxpayer money.
The path out of Adams County Courtroom 407 paved with every emotion today. The guilty, the acquitted, and the disheartened.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. And when you continue to allow the type of injustice that happened to my son, there is so much to work on. There's no way we're gonna get to unity.
Suspended Aurora officer Randy Rodema is facing up to 6 years in prison for his criminally negligent homicide and third-degree assault convictions. A sentence Elijah-McClain's mother Shanine says doesn't reflect the brutality and the negligence her son experienced.
No, it's not enough, because Rodema wasn't alone in what he did to my son. He had accomplices. He had buddies with badges that are all bullies. So it's not a victory for me. And no matter how they try to clean up their slate, they still have my son's blood on their hands.
Shanine only has hours to sit with this outcome before trial 2 of 3 gets underway. Jury selection for the initial officer on the scene begins Friday morning. And like this trial, Shanine will be there every step of the way.
I knew my son better than anybody. You know, I have to be here. This is a part of my parental role, is to be here for my son, even in death.
And you can feel this visceral disappointment from Shanine today. Keep in mind that for her, this isn't just about justice for Elijah. This is about creating real change. And the thought that these lesser charges against Rodema attached to a relatively short sentence, Rodema could get probation. I mean, obviously, we'll have to see what happens on January 5th, but that doesn't send a strong enough message to create real change within the Aurora Police Department. Shanine doesn't believe it creates a strong enough message to create systematic change nationwide with the way police officers handle young black men.
That very last thing she said about, I'm a mom and my mom duties take me even through this part after Elijah's death. That was just so powerful to hear that from her today.
Takes my breath away, you know, just hearing her say that, because she has been so relentless in pushing for justice. Today wouldn't have happened. A split verdict or not, whether you believe it's fair, you believe it's enough, it wouldn't have happened without Shanine.
Right. Alex, thank you.